Let's dance. It's music time, music time. Back like we never left. You might as well put on your good outfit tonight. We feeling good. If you stiff, go home and put the pillow over your head.
Where I'm at, you will always know this since you keeping track. I won't ever trip out giving you the facts. There will never be any need to dispute.
When you came on the music scene about 10 years ago,
Right.
It was like a breath of fresh air.
Thank you.
I mean, you really did your thing. And it was like, oh my God, we got someone who really understands and gets us, who's bringing us real music.
Hey, I'm just trying to help along humanity, you know, trying to do God's work, trying to help people get through their lives a little bit better, enhance their quality of life through music. You know, I thought to myself when I started doing this, you know, the doctors save lives and teachers, they help shape and mold minds. You know, what am I going to do with singing some songs? You know, so it needed to mean more than just, you know, trying to get a check and get a couple dollars. So I'm happy that you feel that way. Thank you.
That's got to be cool, man. I know you've been getting that feedback for years, but just to get that
It's
unconditional love like
Yeah.
that, when you realize that you have that kind of effect and impact. On
Well, that's what makes it matter. You know,
Yeah.
all the awards and stuff is cool, money is cool, the publicity and the attention is cool, but it's affecting people that way is what's really going to keep you in the business, because no matter what's going on, those people are always going to show up. They're the ones that are always going to come out, you know, to the concerts. They're the ones that's always going to show up to the stores or download, you know, and pay for it. When I say, yo, Music and the Magic comes out May 3rd, you know, go out and support. They're going to be on it, yeah. You know, so I invest in people, you know, and it don't really, you don't need money, you don't need nothing to invest in people. All you got to do is show them some respect and give them something that they can use, you know, for themselves. It can't be all about you.
Either he had a real hellified mentor in the industry, or your peeps. And my instincts tell me your peeps raised you that way.
Yeah, it's a combination of a lot of things.
Your mom and dad, I can tell you.
I definitely give credit to my parents, but you know, I always, you know, like to mention that I was raised by God. Things were always put in my life, people were put in my life, situations happened, and I was always given the opportunity and the privilege to make decisions. And I've always, whenever I'm in a situation, I always say, you know, what's the best decision? What's the best way to go about doing this? You know, from a positive perspective, and in a way where it not only just benefits me. Like, people always ask me, you know, what's my process? And, you know, all that. Like, look, if I could tell you, bruh, I would, but I don't know. I
can show you.
I can show you, yeah. Because it comes to me as it comes. Like, when I be in the studio, like, singers be like, you know, how you come up with them runs and, you know, all them riffs and melodies and stuff. Like, bruh, it comes when it does, and when it comes, that's when I do it. You know. So my whole style is basically like a graceful freestyle. You know, where there is some thought and some, you know, tinkering that's put to it, but the essence of it, you know, is not something that I think long and hard about, because I want it to be raw. I want it to be real. So I just move with the good spirit of music, you know, or the spirit of good music, and you know, and I allow it, and that's just what it is. You know, like, half the time I do stuff and I'll be like, okay, I don't know where that just came from. That's what it is, and that's what it is. You know, I might need to dust it off, you know, here and there, every now and again, but yeah, I do my best to come from a very authentic place, especially because the position that I'm in is so many outside influences, and it's a collective effort that I always want to leave space for, you know, from the label, my manager, my fans. So it's not just me making all the decisions. I have the ultimate decision, yeah, but it's not just me making all the decisions. But I have to have room, I have to have the capacity to welcome outside influences. So that's why it's that much more of an important point to me, that whatever my contribution is as raw and as real as it can be, you know. So, you know, you might give me an idea, and okay, even though it came from you, I'm gonna me it so that it don't feel like, oh, he just did that because, you know, said
right. You put that.
I'll find what is it. I'll find what is it about it that I identify with, and you know, that's the same approach that I do when I do remakes. I don't just do it just so that I can say I did this song, or I just want to showcase how, you know, how dope I am or whatever. Like, I want to get into the mind of whoever wrote that song or produced that song from whatever the point is, and try to serve the point up as if it came from me.
Kids watch everything
Yes,
you
they
say
do.
and do.
Yes, they do.
And you are the first example, like for your son. You are the first example of how a man should treat a woman, how he should treat his family.
Yeah.
All of that.
Yeah, and it's starting. I know he's only 2, but like I'm already treating him. I'm already holding him accountable according to his level of intelligence. So yeah, he cute and stuff, but I don't let him get away with nothing, because I'm letting him know, like, I see you, I understand what you're doing, and moreover, I know that you understand what you're doing.
Exactly.
At least in the way that you understand it. You don't really know, but you think you're being slick. And I'm gonna let you know, like, you might get away with that crap with your mama, but you ain't gonna get away with it with me, because I recognize that thought pattern, because you me. And I don't want you to grow up thinking that that's cool.
Nip it in the bud.
Now,
Nip it in
you
the
know,
bud.
I understand there's some things that he don't get, you know what I'm saying, and I leave him alone on that. But things that I know that he gets, when he shows that intelligence, like, I'm trying to be slick right now, like, no, homie,
Listen,
no.
even 2 years old kids, I tell kids are smarter than you think, because they watch everything.
Anything, take every piece of